In the K-pop industry, there is something known as the Big Three, or at least there was. Now, if you don't know what the Big Three is, this refers to the three biggest entertainment companies in Korea that are nearly guaranteed to debut the biggest K-pop names in the industry. The majority of trainees always dream to debut under these companies as it would bring them the most success. YG for debuting Blackpink and Big Bang, JYP Entertainment for housing Twice, ITZY and Stray Kids, and then SM Entertainment for housing Red Velvet, aespa, and EXO. Like I said, these three companies were referred to as the Big Three, mainly in the third gen of K-pop,
but with more and more companies seeming to be the leading factor in the fourth gen of K-pop,
this makes me wonder if K-pop's Big Three is still a thing. Well, why is this a question to me? It's because of current day HYBE Corporation, what they've done with their groups, and what they're trying to do with the current Big Three companies. But over the last decade, we've come to learn that the biggest band to come out of K-pop in recent times is not from one of these companies. And of course, that group being BTS. It's a known fact that BTS is originally from a label called Big Hit Entertainment, now known as Big Hit Music under HYBE. And when BTS started, they were one of two artists under Big Hit. And of course, Big Hit not being the list of the Big Three, they were an underdog company. In every story of BTS's origin, you would hear that BTS struggled to climb the K-pop ladder as, once again, they are not from the Big Three. It's very difficult to grow popularity if you're not from one of these companies. They always struggled to find success, respect, and recognition in the K-pop industry, but of course today they were one of the biggest artists even outside of K-pop, so obviously they broke the mold in some way. After BTS's success in the music industry, this also gave Big Hit the opportunity to evolve, and with that they are now known as the HYBE Corporation, and HYBE being an umbrella company that holds multiple different smaller entertainment companies in Korea. Big Hit becoming a subsidiary to HYBE itself, now being labeled Big Hit Music. Now, the idea of an umbrella company is not new in Korea, but the idea that an underdog company in Korea evolved into something bigger than the Big Three is something new, at least to my eyes. Now the HYBE Corporation houses Big Hit Music, known for BTS and TXT, Source Music, known for Le Sserafim, Pledis Entertainment, known for 17, Belief Lab, known for ENHYPEN, Cause Entertainment housing Fancy Child, and Adore, known for housing NewJeans. Obviously, some big names in that list, and considering they're not from the Big Three, supports my questioning of whether or not the Big Three is still a thing. All of these companies collectively create HYBE labels, and though Big Hit specifically holds BTS, it still kind of breaks that traditional idea of massive groups coming from the Big Three. This is enough for me to consider HYBE as a Big Four, even though it could be argued that HYBE cannot be considered an agency as it is a collective. The idea that Big Hit still broke through with BTS, Adore is breaking through with NewJeans, and many more other companies are breaking through, this still supports my questioning. Now, along with the idea that there are more companies being added to the quote-unquote Big Three, with recent dramatics going on between the companies, there could be an argument made that there are companies being subtracted from the Big Three. Now, I'm obviously not saying that, I'm kind of just dramatizing it. There have been companies under constant fire in recent years because of scandals, CEO swaps, or just internal problems in general, which could kind of give the idea of the companies crumbling, but not actually, kind of just putting them more on the sidelines in comparison to something like HYBE. An example of this could be YG, with many internal problems, such as their CEO and many artists being under a lot of scandals, many of their biggest artists leaving like iKON, Big Bang as a group, and even housing one of the biggest names in K-pop, which is Blackpink, and barely releasing them kind of hurts their company. Another example is SM, with the founder leaving the company, and HYBE swooping in, trying to get the biggest stock acquisition in the SM shares, trying to do a quote-unquote hostile takeover in SM's eyes, even with Kakao Entertainment trying to battle off HYBE from taking over SM.
Earlier in the year, it definitely hurt their company image, especially with how they responded to the takeover, and with the chairman leaving overall, SM is just not in a good position, it seems.
And honestly, JYP kind of just stands fine. There's nothing much going on there. But in my eyes, it is reasonable to argue that something within the Big Three has changed, or even will change. Because though Big Hit is only known for really BTS and TXT, in comparison to the other companies always releasing guaranteed hits, they're still nonetheless a successful company with as little artists as they have. But especially with them being in the bigger picture under HYBE, you cannot deny that either Big Hit or HYBE cannot be considered a big company in the industry. Now, with me mentioning the scandals and stuff, I'm not saying that YG is no longer a famous or impactful company. I'm not saying that SM is about to be discounted all because of the HYBE and Kakao drama going on right now. I'm kind of just asking a question and giving reasoning as to why I feel the need to ask this question, because the rankings have definitely changed with a lot of the new groups debuting and with BTS's impact. I can't help but just at least question it. I'm not claiming any of these things as fact. It's just an idea in my head, and I wanted to go ahead and express that for potential conversation in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this idea, whether or not the Big Three still stand, stands as it was, or if it's expanded, or if it's even a valid thing to say anymore. I'm not sure. I just want to hear your guys' thoughts. So yeah, that's about it.